On the 1st of July 2009, Joe wrote, "I have been thinking I will say a rosary and strive to be as nice as possible to everyone I meet." I said a rosary, it worked. I prayed for assistance in being as nice as I could to everyone. I wasn't perfect, but I feel as though it was a good achievement.
Obviously, I read his booklet, thought it was very inspiring, you know, as a young Catholic myself, and who's very much into his faith and wants to practice. I think it's very inspiring to be like a young Joe, you know, and hopefully the word spreads and more people hear about it.
I thought it was very peaceful, very poignant as well. Certainly you could feel Joe's presence, without a doubt. It was very amazing.
And it's nice to come. This is my third time, and it's a lovely wee night, and I feel the benefit of it.
He wrote diary entries about God and his faith, and he liked to go to church. He was very close to God, and he used to write all these prayers in a diary. It was a good experience because there were some stories that I never knew about Joe.
It was a conversation that my brother Norrie had with me, and it was his mother-in-law Mary had the same conversation with him, and it was an observation of Joe, you know, at family events. Mary said to Norrie, "Have you ever noticed what Joe does at family events?" And it's like, no. And she said, you know, he stands there and he looks around the room and he sees who's talking to who, and he sees who's not talking to someone, who's maybe just sitting on their own, can't quite join in a conversation or whatever. And he'll seek them out, and he'll go and sit down beside them and just open up a conversation and have a wee chat. You know, and then once someone else has joined in the conversation, he'll look around again. Who's sitting on their own? Who needs a wee chat? And he did this all the time at family events. I wasn't conscious of it, but when Norrie told me about it, I thought, do you know, that's actually exactly what he did. And Norrie recounted himself that he said, you know, there was one of the times I was just standing there, and he says, I don't know how the conversation was struck up, but we stood there and we had a cracking chat for 5-10 minutes about everything and nothing. So it was that was so Joe, you know, just to, if you're feeling even that tiny wee bit alone, he would seek you out and come and have a wee chat. And this is the primary school, but he had that ability, or he had that sense of his personality right throughout his life from he was very young. And it was the first reporting evening we went to Our Lady in St Francis, and it was Mrs Henderson. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the Heedy. It was Mrs Henderson, and she said to Veronica and I, she says, "Oh, that boy, you know, at playtime he's just fabulous. He stands there and he just watches over everyone. If someone's on their own, he'll go and play with them, or he'll go and do something with them. He's just such a lovely boy, he's so kind." So that must have been when he was maybe even 4.5, you know, close to 5.
It was a good experience because you got to learn more about Joe and about his faith and all that.
So we've been looking at Joe's diary in school, and we've been analysing some of his quotes. So they've been doing that in groups, and they've been taking it home and having a wee look. So they're very inspired by it, and they're looking forward to taking part in the next devotion.
The nicest person ever. I've read his, I don't know what it's called, but I've read it, and very nice words in it, very nice.
Yeah, it's very touching, his words, and how at such a young age he was so devoted to his faith.
Reading Joe's words when I'm doing my prayer time, I always takes me back looking at his words, and even tonight when the young guy was speaking his words through the Rosary, makes you think about your life and think about your prayer life. Actually think when you're going to Mass, when you're receiving the Eucharist and getting nurtured. It's just, I find it very fulfilling, and emotional.
When Edward told me about Joe, I thought it'd be really worthwhile. I found his words very, very inspiring. And I think it's really important, especially for the youth, to come along, and it was just beautiful.
It was my sister that introduced me to him, and when I read his words, I just felt a connection, and I felt as if he had a lot to give people and teach people. And I just kept, it was a wee boy, a young boy that I think could do an awful lot of good. And I do pray to him, and he's in the best place to help us down here. And I just feel a bond and a closeness, and when I'm here at his devotions, I just it's a very personal, close contact with him.